everybody? Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. In today's video, I will be telling you about how you can sell on Takealot. Yes, everybody can sell on Takealot. If you have something awesome to sell, it can be from electronics to clothing to baby stuff, toys, literally anything. You can apply to be a seller on Takealot and reach a wider audience and take advantage of Takealot's wider customer base. And they've been around for a while and trusted, so you know that people will trust the products that you're selling on Takealot. So let's get into this video. I'll be covering how you can apply, what's required, how long it takes for you to be approved, and how much it costs for you to be selling on Takealot, as well as you can apply to sell on Takealot's website. The link or tab is not really available on the site. I had to Google it, but I did link it for you in the description. So if you are interested in selling, you can click on that and it'll take you straight to the page where you can apply to sell on Takealot. So you don't need to be registered. If you are applying on behalf of a business, yes, you might need to be registered. But if you're a sole proprietor, then you don't need to be registered. You'll just need to have your business name and also basically just what you're selling, but the account will be under your personal name or your personal details. But if you are applying on behalf of a company, then the account or the store will be under the company, and you will be the primary contact person, or basically the primary contact person, if I can put it that way. So you don't really have, there's no paperwork. Well, there is once you are approved, but you don't need to be submitting certain documents or anything like that. You will need to complete your details as the primary contact person, and you also need to complete your business details. If your business is registered, you'll need to complete your registration number and all that, and your business name. You'll also need to complete basically what products you are selling or want to sell on Takealot. So basically just telling them more about your business and your product. The quick application, it's not long or anything. So once you've done that, you'll submit, and then you'll receive an email to verify your email address. So it'll be sent to the email that you used to apply. You'll verify your email address, and then for me it took a couple of hours. It wasn't, so normally they tell you that it will take about 10 days. So they do that in case it's a busy time and they take longer to respond to you. But with me, I think it took less than 24 hours for me to receive a response to say, okay, I've been approved to sell on Takealot. And they sent another email to say, so it was a welcome to Takealot email, and then another email to say, okay, the next step is for me to complete a debit order form. So the debit order form is important because Takealot does have a monthly subscription fee that you need to pay if you are a seller on Takealot. It's a fee of 300 rands that you pay every month at the beginning of the month. So that is what the debit order form is for. That's probably the only thing you need to print, sign, and send through. So after you've completed your debit order form and submitted that, and you're done with that, then you can start adding products onto your store, on your Takealot store. So once you add your first product, then you will be liable for the 300 rand monthly subscription fee, because then you are now active. You are considered to have started selling because you have added a product onto the platform or onto your store. So yeah, take note of that. So make sure that you apply when you are ready and you are ready to pay the 300 rand. So yeah, it is a monthly fee. It is pretty low considering how much it costs to actually keep your own business or your store active on your own platform. It's not that much either, but still 300 rand is much less, and it is pretty reasonable. So that's a bargain. Okay, so now let's talk fees or costs. So you've done your application and everything, and you've completed your debit order form, you've added your first product, and you've paid your first 300 rand. So once you start selling, there are three fees that you should be aware of or mindful of. So the first one is called success fees. These are basically Takealot referral fees and transaction fees. So the fees you pay for you to be on Takealot's platform, for Takealot to be promoting your products. Because if you've seen Takealot ads on your Facebook or Instagram or anything like that, it is under Takealot's account, but they advertise all kinds of products. So you are paying for that, for Takealot to be referring your products to their audience. So these success fees also include customer support that they'll be providing to your customers, people who'll be buying or could potentially buy your products. So customers who use Takealot, so the customer support for that, as well as platform support for you and your customer, you do pay those success fees. Different fees for different product types, so just be mindful of that. The fees might be different depending on what type of product you are selling. So even if you're selling a wide range of products, the fees you pay for each product on your store might be different, even if they're all from you, because the fee is charged per item sold. So if you are, so the fee charged on a hat will be different from the fee charged on a dress if it falls under different categories or different types or product types according to Takealot. Fulfillment fees are fees you pay for Takealot to package your product and ship it to the customer. This is also charged per item, and it will be charged according to the size of your item. So the bigger the item, the higher the price, basically. But yeah, it is charged per item that they ship or that they package and ship for you. So be mindful of that. The next one is storage fees. So storage fees are not paid by everybody. You will pay storage fees if you have certain items in your store that sell a lot or that sell fast, and you want to have them readily available to be packaged and shipped off quicker. Then you will pay storage fees for Takealot to keep them at one of their warehouses, so that if a customer makes an order, they package and ship it quicker. You don't have to be sending the item to Takealot and so forth. So that also depends on the size of the item. So the bigger the item, the higher the storage fee. It also depends on how long the item stays in the warehouse. So it will be charged on the first day of each month. So when pricing your product, you need to be mindful of all these three fees, as well as the monthly subscription fee. So price your product accordingly, so that you know that there's room for you to actually restock the product or reproduce the product. There's room for you to make your profit. There's room for you to cover all these costs, the costs of selling on Takealot, or rather, let's call them the platform fees on Takealot. So make sure you price your product accordingly if you do plan to sell on Takealot, so that you still make your profit, but your product is not overpriced, because more often than not, you find that there are different sellers selling the same product. So you want to make sure that your product cost is more or less on par with everyone else selling a similar product to yours, in order for you to be competitive, in order for you to attract those customers. Do not undercharge, because people will think, oh, this might not be good quality. I'm not saying you should charge high prices, but charge what is fair and what is the real value of that item. So make sure you are fair, make sure you check out what other people are charging, number one, and make sure that you are factoring in every single cost, or everything it will cost you to produce and to provide that item to your customer, but still factoring in your profit. That is important. Now that you know how to apply and how much it costs to sell on Takealot, as you can tell, it's really easy, and it's really not that expensive. So now let's talk about a client places an order on Takealot. They like your dress, and they want to buy this dress on Takealot. So you will normally when you complete your application, you will inform Takealot if the items are readily available, like you have the stuff. So if a client places an order, you can quickly ship it to Takealot and whatnot. Or is it something you still need to make, or something you still need to go and buy from your supplier and so forth. So that will determine the delivery times. If you've been on Takealot, you'll normally see some items are written in stock. So if you readily have your items in stock, that's the stocking method that you will indicate when completing your details on your store. And that's what the customer will see, that it's in stock, meaning that they can expect to get it within 2 to 3 business days. But if it's not in stock, normally you would see that the time is like 5 to 7 business days or 7 to 9 business days. That means that maybe that person still needs to make the product if it's a handmade product, or they still need to go and get it from their supplier before they ship it to you. So those are things that you will need to indicate on your store. So let's assume that your item is in stock, you have it with you, the person sees your dress online, they love it, they add it to carts. You will ship that dress to Takealot. Takealot will package it in their boxes, in those Takealot boxes of theirs, and they will ship it to the customer. So before they ship it to their customer, they obviously always check the quality to make sure that it's not torn or broken or whatever. If it's a dress, obviously it shouldn't be torn, and that, you know, everything that was listed on your product description is in there, or is in your package that is going to be shipped to the customer. So make sure that the quality of your items are on point. But just to be safe, once you've completed your seller account and everything, Takealot will do sort of like a I forgot what it's called, but it's kind of like the practice shipment, where you will ship a product or any product from your store to the near both to two Takealot warehouses nearest to you. I don't know if it's nearest to you or if it's in different cities or whatever, but yeah, you will ship to two Takealot warehouses, and it's just to get you accustomed, to get you to understand how the whole shipping process works, and also for them to see your product, and that the quality of your product is good. So you will already know by the time you get your first real order, you will know what process to follow. But it's a really quick and easy process. It's a really easy way to sell and cheaper way to sell if you don't want to go through the hassle of actually creating your own online store and managing your own online store. If you want to just list your product on that marketplace and access a wider audience, and an audience that already trusts this particular marketplace, Takealot is a great place for you to sell. So you should really try that out if you have a product. Even if you are not selling something that is your own brand, if you sell for instance, I don't know, let's say you sell Revlon lipsticks or Avon lipsticks, then you can still list there, because there is a part where in your application where you will say what brand it is. That way, if someone goes and Takealot and says, oh, I'm looking for Avon lipsticks, they will type in Avon lipsticks. Your lipsticks will be one of the lipsticks that will appear there, because it's an Avon lipstick, because that's the brand you are selling. But your store name will still be your own store. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please hit subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you in the next video.